Nippon! The Floating Kingdom! An island empire which for centuries has lived in perfect peace, undisturbed by intruders from across the sea. Here in the month of July, 1853, there is nothing to threaten the serene and changeless cycle of our day. In the middle of the world we float, in the middle of the sea. The realities remain remote, in the middle of the sea. Kings are burning somewhere, wheels are turning somewhere, trains are being run, wars are being won, things are being done somewhere out there. Not here, here we paint screens. Yes, the arrangement of the screens. We sit inside the screens and contemplate the view that's painted on the screens, more beautiful than true. Beyond the screens that glide aside are further screens that open wide with scenes of screens like the ones that glide. And no one presses in, and no one glances out, and kings are burning somewhere. Not here.
As the hurricanes have come, they pass in the middle of the sea. The advantages are made to last in the middle of the sea. Gods are crumbling somewhere, machines are rumbling somewhere, ways are being found, watches being wound, trumpets being crowned somewhere out there. Not here, here we plant rice.
Yes, the arrangement of the rice. The farmer plants the rice, the priest exalts the rice, the Lord collects the rice, the merchant buys the rice, the craftsman makes the sword and sells it to the Lord and buys it twice the former price. But he counts on his Lord to protect with his sword. All right. They eat the rice and then the day begins again.
And God will go somewhere. Not here. The services are worlds away in the middle of the sea. And tomorrow will be like today in the middle of the sea. Blood is flowing somewhere. Ideas are growing somewhere. Trails are being blazed. Voices being raised. Women being praised. Somewhere out there. Not here. Here we trade house.
Yes, the arrangement of the bows. First for the emperor, descendant of the sun goddess Amaterasu, all-knowing and all-powerful, ruler absolute. 1 year old. Second for the shogun, protector of the kingdom, keeper of the peace. solemn scene. Then for the lords of the south, vassals to the shogun, loyal to their master. Not for long, and King the Burning Songbird, not here.
It has just go on and on in the middle of the sea. The centuries have come, they've gone in the middle of the sea. Days arise, we replace, lines are drawn and lines erased. Life and death are but verses in a poem. Out their blood flows. Who knows? Here we paint streets, plant the rice, arrange the flowers in the moon. Exchange the gifts, plant the rice, arrange tomorrow like today to float. Sign the screens, exchange the poems, stir the tea. Exchange the buzz, plant the rice, arrange tomorrow to be like today. To float. The viewing of the moon, the planting of the rice, the stirring of the tea, the painting of the screen's float. The viewing of the stirring of the tea, the planting of the rice, the weaving of the dancing of the painting of the flag, the weaving of the mapping of the planting of the rice, the catching of the fish, and the stirring of the tea float.
We float. Even in a land of changeless order, there are sometimes slight disturbances. Nothing of importance, nothing threatening or distressing. A piece of gossip from a noodle seller, or the languorous whisper of a geisha. I heard, the rice merchant is sure. Just a rumor to be noted and dismissed. Nothing of importance, nothing. But wait, there is another one. Who? And where? You say you saw the cage yourself? A prisoner in Western dress, conveyed to Edo in the dead of night, there to be examined by the mighty shogun himself, surrogate to an emperor far too holy to be sullied by mortal eyes. The shogun! Oh dear, no shogun. Perhaps his stars today are inauspicious for an audience.
The prisoner's name?
John Manjiro, my lord.
And where does he come from?
The questioner is Lord Abe, representing the shogun in his absence.
Nakahama, lord. A fishing village on the south coast of Shikoku.
And do all the residents of Nakahama wear such foreign dress?
No, my lord.
Then you will explain his appearance.
He is a fisherman, my lord. 6 years ago, his boat was driven out to sea by storms. He was rescued by the captain of a barbarian ship who took him to a place called Massachusetts, where he went to school.
What does this mean?
The shogun's mother.
That he has come here from America.
America? But why has he returned?
he not know that he has violated our laws twice? First, when he left Japan, and then when he returned. Each crime is punishable by death. Why have you come back?
There were rumors in America, my lord. Rumors which I thought my countrymen should hear.
What did the rumors say?
That America would send an expedition to Japan.
And are these rumors true?
They are, my lord. As I made my way back home, I stopped in Okinawa. In the harbor, there were 4 black ships. Western warships fitted out with giant cannon, manned by sailors, armed with weapons such as you have never seen. Americans, my lord, and their ships are coming here.
It is obvious. The man is a traitor sent here by the Westerners to spy on us.
My lord, I'm not. I swear to you, even as we speak, the ships are on their way. You must prepare yourself.
You dare tell Lord Abe what to do?
My lord!
You dare suggest that we meet face to face with Western dogs?
That we subject ourselves to such humiliation.
If he saw the ships at Okinawa, they will be here any day. When the Americans arrive, someone will have to deal with them. Someone, but who?
Hayama Yazaemon, a samurai, but one of little consequence. He and his wife Tamate have been fishing. This year, they cast their nets in streams belonging to the shogun. A transgression, to be sure, but one well worth the risk, for they have caught the lucky ayu, a fish which portends 1 year of good fortune.
You are wanted by the Shogun's counselor.
You are to come with us at once.
But why?
It is not your business to ask why.
Wait for me, Tamate. Wait at home.
Tell them that we meant no harm. Tell them.
Wait for me at home.
Yes, my lord.
You rank.
Secretary to the governor of Uraga. And if in some way I have offended...
Hold your tongue.
Yes, my lord.
From today, you have become prefect of police for the entire city of Uraga.
I have? My lord, I humbly thank you for this great honor and will do all in my power to be worthy of your trust.
Yes, you will.
A haiku, a gift unearned and unexpected, often has a hidden price.
And so, when the Americans arrive, you will take a boat to their ship, and you will order them to return immediately from whence they came. Is that understood?
Aye, my lord. In a boat, my lord. Order
You will inform them of the sacred decree. You will terrify them with the fate that awaits all foreign devils who dare to set foot on our holy soil. Hayama Yazaemon, may the gods of our fathers make you equal to this awesome task.
They have appointed me prefect of police of the city of Uraga.
But this is wonderful to receive such happy news when we expect...
It is not happy news, Tamate. There are foreign warships on their way to Japan. They will first be sighted off Uraga. And it will be the duty of the prefect of police to go out to meet them and drive them away.
But how? If they are so powerful?
I do not know.
And if they refuse to go?
It will be a great disgrace, so great that no one near the Shogun's throne would dare to deal with these barbarians. That is the only reason why I have been chosen.
Perhaps the foreigners will not come.
They will come. And should I fail, you know what we must do. The Americans are here.
Prepare for your returning. Is there no other way?
stops, the bird flies, the mind stirs, the heart replies, there is no other way. There is no other way.
I shall expect you.
You see? You will have to walk like the rest of us.
I would rather stay behind and be ravaged by the barbarians.
As you wish. Come on, then. Come.
Confucius tells the story of a merchant who grew tired of caring for his aged mother. He called his son and told him to prepare a litter so that they might carry the feeble old woman out to the countryside to die. The young boy set to work, and when the man returned, he found his son had built not one litter, but two. The first one is the one you asked for, explained the boy. And the second I shall save and use when you have grown as old as grandmother.
Oh, all right. Come on, then. Come!
I was rifling through the house of some priests in Uraga. It was only after dawn. They were sleeping still. I had finished with the silks. I was hunting for the gold when I heard them getting up, so I bolted through a door which looked out to sea. There came, breaking through the main, boiling through the mist, roaring through the sea, rising from the sea, four black dragons, spitting fire, and I ran, shouting to the priest, shouting to Lord, loaded by the gods, four black dragons, spitting fire.
And the feet pattered as the men came down to stare, and the women started screaming like the gulls. Hi! Hi! And they crowded into temples, and they flapped about the square. Hi! Like the gulls. Hi! Hi! Hi!
Four black dragons, spitting fire.
Then the hooves clattered, and the warriors were there, diving quickly through the panic like the gulls. Hi! Hi! And the swords were things of beauty as they glided through the air. Hi! Like the gulls. Hi! Hi! Hi!
Four black dragons, spitting fire. And the sun darkened, and the shape of all, and the earth trembled, never like this. And I thought it was the end of the world.
If I don't take it, the barbarians will. What does it matter anyway? Whoever these invaders are, they can be no worse than the merchants who have led us dry, or the samurai who cut us down if we fail to bow to them in the streets.
And it was. from a land of mystery behind the setting sun. Barbarians with hooked noses like mountain imps. Giants with wild, coarse hair and faces gray as the dead. Americans. Look how they glare. Look how they aim their sorcerer's weapons directly at us. Oh, look, their leader, Commodore Matthew Calbraith Perry. Surely he's the king of the demons come to strike us blind and to devour our children. In this darkest hour, who will save Japan?
Please. I'm here. Please!
Don't go! No boats there!
What?
Go!
I will not go! I am the prefect of police of the city of Uraga, and I say you must not stay here! Our lords forbid it!
You hear? I say no boats! Go or pay!
What is here, sir? I have orders! You must go away! There is a sacred decree. No foreigner can come to our land.
What are you?
I am the prefect of police of the city of Uraga, and I demand that
You, policeman!
Yes, the prefect
You think officers of Great Commodore Perry speak to policeman?
I am the representative of the Shogun. I have the authority.
Americans speak only to great men. Send great man, you hear? Policeman. Tell him off.
Go!
Go. Yes. Excuse me, please. Goodbye. Why do they laugh? I do not laugh.
You have ordered them to go away.
You have terrified them with the sacred decree.
I am ashamed, my lords. They will not listen to me. They say they will only speak with a more important personage.
You told them you were prefect of police.
Yes, my lord, but they only laughed at me. They said, Americans speak only to great men. I think they mean
Us?
Yes, my lord.
Impossible.
You needn't go yourselves, my lords. How can barbarians know who is important and who is not? They would assume anyone dressed in a counselor's robes.
He is right. But who?
My lord, since he has knowledge of their ways, perhaps the shipwrecked fisherman, if he has not yet been disposed of.
Excellent. Summon him at once.
You have been condemned to death for consorting with foreigners.
Yes, my lord.
You are fortunate. The Shogunate has given me permission to make use of you. Release the prisoner.
I am free, my lord.
For the time being.
I will miss you.
The fisherman Manjiro is abruptly promoted, and the strategies are discussed.
Remember, hold yourself with great dignity, and not a word. Hey, sit in the bow. Please!
What?
I must speak with your officers!
Why?
I have returned to present to them a very important dignitary. So if you will call them...
Busy.
But I see them standing over there.
How dare you plead with petty officer in my presence? You, here, come here. Don't worry, I know how to handle Americans. Man, if you hear me, come and say. Tell these persons who I am.
Yes, my lord. And this is the great counselor, Lord Manjiro, second in power only to the Shogun himself.
Do barbarians not bow to their superiors? That's better. Now, who is your leader?
Matthew Calgrave Perry, sir. Commodore, U.S. Navy.
Tell him, come here.
Tell him.
Here to confer with me.
Oh, impossible. Sorry, you confer us. We confer Commodore Perry.
I confer only with this Perry.
But my lord...
Oh, very well. For the sake of courtesy, I will make a great concession. He confers with you. You confer with him. He confers with me. Ask them why they are here.
Why are you here?
We bring greetings and friendly letter from our great president, Millard Fillmore.
Tell them, give me the letter and return to America.
Give the letter to my lord Manjiro and return to America.
Impossible letter only given to Emperor. Or against religion to Shogun. In 6 days' time, you prepare big ceremony. Commodore Perry bring letter. Shogun receive it, much talk and gifts.
6 days' time. Big ceremony. There.
But that is impossible. There is a decree.
You do not let here. No barbarians sets foot ashore here. You go and tell that to Perry. Go, I say. Go and tell Perry. Oh, land forbidden. Go. On the double. How am I doing?
They seem to be impressed.
Americans are easy. They shout and you shout louder.
You want to hear great Commodore Perry's reply to you?
I listen.
Commodore Perry say, much honored by visit of Japanese lord. Sends warm greetings.
I accept his greeting.
Commodore Perry say not to worry. All Japanese customs will be respected in all possible ways.
Didn't I tell you?
Commodore Perry also say, if big arrangement not made to greet him on land, he turned all cannon on Uraga and blasted off face of earth.
Enough of these negotiations. It is at last our privilege to encounter Tokugawa Ieyoshi, 12th direct descendant of the great Tokugawa Ieyasu, unifier of our country, ruling lord of all Japan, the shogun and his wife. His soothsayer, his sumo wrestlers, his companion, and his mother. The shogun.
My lord, noble lord, it's the day of the rat, my lord. There are 4 days remaining and I see you're entertaining, but we should have a chat, my lord. To begin, if I may, my lord, I've no wish to remind you, but you'll notice just behind you there are ships in the bay. They've been sitting there all day with a letter to convey, and they haven't gone away, and there's every indication that they're planning to stay, my lord. My lord. Have some tea, my lord, some chrysanthemum tea. It's an herb that's superb for disturbances at sea. Is the shogun feeling better? Good, now what about this letter? Is it wise to delay, my lord? With the days disappearing, might we benefit from hearing what the soothsayers say, my Lord, my Lord, venerable Lord.
Act.
Signifies success. Whose success I cannot guess.
母上、これはいかがしたことでござるかな？
Unless.
お主はいかさまじゃ。下がりおれ。下がりおれ。
My Lord, to begin, let me say, at the risk of repetition, there are ships in the bay, and they didn't ask permission, but they sit there all day in contemptuous array with a letter to convey, and they haven't gone away, and there's every indication that they still plan to stay, and you look a little gray, my Lord, my Lord. My Lord, some chrysanthemum tea, while we plan if we can what our answer ought to be. If the tea the Shogun drank will serve to keep the Shogun tranquil, I suggest, if I may, my Lord, we consult the Confucians. They have mystical solutions. There are none wise as they, my Lord. Over there, my Lord.
Night waters do not break the moon.
That merely is illusion. The moon is sacred.
No foreign ships can break our laws.
That also is illusion. Our laws are sacred.
It follows there can be no ships.
They must be an illusion. Japan is sacred.
Of the tiger, my Lord. Only 2 days remaining, and I'm tired of explaining. There are ships in the bay with a letter to convey. They're on permanent display, and we must take some position, or the Southern Coalition will be soon holding sway, my Lord. And we'll all have to pay, my Lord. Have you something to say, my Lord? Have some tea, my Lord, some chrysanthemum tea. It's a tangled situation, as your father would agree, and it mightn't be tangled if you hadn't had him strangled. But I fear that I stray, my lord. I've a nagging suspicion that in view of your condition, what we should do is pray, my lord. What we should do is pray, my lord.
Blow wind, great wind, great kamikaze, wind of the gods.
Blow wind, smite them down, make the invaders dance and drown. Blow wind, build the waves, hurl the infection out of the ocean. Blow wind, blow wind, blow wind.
It's the day of the rabbit, my lord. There's but one day remaining, and besides the fact it's rainy, there are ships in the bay which are sitting there today, just exactly where they sat on the day of the rat. Oh, and speaking of that, my lord, my lord.
The blossom falls on the mountain. The mountain falls on the blossom. All things fall. Sometime.
As I started to say from that first disturbing day when I gave consideration to this letter they convey, I decided if there weren't any shogun to receive it, it would act as a deterrent since they'd have no place to leave it and they might go away, my lord. Do you see what I say, my lord? My lord. In the tea, my lord, the chrysanthemum tea, an informal variation on the normal recipe. Though I know my plan at marriage, it was slow in execution. If there's one thing you inherit, it's your father's constitution, and you're taking so long, my lord. Do you think I was wrong, my lord? Now you must let me speak. When the shogun is weak, then the tea must be strong, my lord. My lord.
The blossom falls on the mountain. The mountain falls on the blossom. All things fall.
The Americans have not left.
No, my lord.
But they have agreed to leave.
No, my lord.
Then they have agreed to nothing.
No, my lord. Yes, my lord. My lord, forgive me, but arrangements must be made for the Americans to land and deliver a letter from their president.
Land?
You told them they could come ashore.
Kill them.
Please, my lord, if you will permit me to explain, I have a plan!
Explain!
No power on earth can prevent the Americans from landing, but if they were to come ashore at Kanagawa...
The sacred decree is most specific. It forbids any foreigners to set foot on our soil.
That is why I suggest Kanagawa, my lord. The cove there is quite small. It occurred to me that we could cover all the sand with mats, tatami mats, and build a special treaty house to receive the letter, with courtesy and many heartfelt promises of our reply. What does he mean?
And then?
And then, when the Westerners are satisfied and have departed, we destroy the house and burn the mats. And my lord, neither the decree nor our honor will have been betrayed. The Americans will have come and gone without setting foot on our sacred soil.
Brilliant! Magnificent! Kayamaya Zaimo, you will make all necessary arrangements to receive them as the new governor of the city of Uraga.
My lord, how can I prove worthy of so great an honor? And yet, dare I ask?
Another favor?
The fisherman Manjiro has been most helpful to me, my lord. If it were possible to revoke his death sentence and attach him to my service...
He is yours.
If the counselors can no longer pretend that the Americans are not coming, they have not yet given up the hope of pretending the Americans were never here.
Lord Governor Uraga, you have saved my life.
And why not when you saved mine? The mats were your idea, my friend.
You a samurai calling me a fisherman friend. This is not Japan, this is America.
America?
It is not the Americans who are barbarians. It is us. If you could have seen what I have seen in America, but what I feel in my heart is enough to have me boiled in oil.
I think you are going to be far too useful for me to boil. Now, I must return to Uraga. My wife has had no word from me for many days and will be worried. Come with me. It is a long journey, and we can keep each other company. I will make a poem. Glistening on the silver birch like my lady's tears. Your turn. Rain gathering, winding into streams like the roads to Boston. Your turn. Haze hovering like the whisper of the silk as my lady kneels. Your turn. Haze glittering like an echo of the lamps in the streets of Boston. Your turn. Moon, I love her like the moon, making jewels of the grass where my lady walks, my lady wife. I love her like the moon, washing yesterday away as my lady does America. Your is she murmuring for me through her field of dreams? Your turn.
Wind muttering, is she quarreling with me? Does she want me home? Your turn.
I am no nightingale, but she hears the song. I can sing to her, my lady writes.
I am no nightingale, but my song could outsing the sea, America.
Dawn, flickering, tracing shadows of the pines on my lady sleeping. Your turn.
Dawn, brightening as she opens up her eyes, but it's I who come awake. Your turn.
You go.
Your turn. Leaves, I love like the leaves, changing green to pink to gold, and the change is everything. Sun, I feel like the sun, in the center of the blue, sending ripples to the shore, till my journey's end. Your turn.
Rain, haze, moon, wind, nightingale,
dawn,
leaves,
sun,
end. Wait here! Tamate! I have the most extraordinary things to tell you. I have been to Edo and appeared before the councillors. You won't believe what happened. I was... Tamate. Tamate, what is it?
Hannah!
Moment.
My friend?
my friend, just wait. These Americans may be tough and impolite, but they're the most amazing people you have ever seen.
Girls, don't dawdle. Oh.
You will see him. They're coming here is the best thing that ever happened to Japan. Oh.
Hurry up, girls. For heaven's sakes. The Americans will have already landed. I own a small commercial venture with a modest clientele in Kanagawa.
I think I see one
over there by the tree.
Shh. It's been my family's for centuries and doing very well for Kanagawa.
I hear they're covered over there. Except their knees.
The arrival of these giants out of the blue, bringing panic to my clients, alters my view. With so many of them fleeing, conferring, decreeing, I find myself agreeing with the ancient haiku.
The nest-building bird, seeing the tree without twigs, looks for new forests.
Exactly. Yo-ho, Americans!
Yo-ho, America!
Welcome to Kanagawa.
I've been reduced to commandeering from the farm, but with appropriate veneering, even Greenwood has its charm. Yo-ho! That you'll have to bend for, can you see why? That you need a friend for, still you might try. That you do through the chemo, no, not very much. That you use glue, then you, no, those you don't touch. Welcome to Canada. Music and food for 20 yen. Music and food and maybe then welcome to Kanagawa. Welcome to Kanagawa. So now we must neither be too wary nor too bold, as there's no telling with barbarians, I'm told, because not only are they hairy, but extremely uncontrolled. Yo-ho! That you mustn't wash for, not till you're done. That you use a squash for, or pumpkins are fun. That you do slowly and gently, don't take a chance. That they don't know about, evidently get an advance. Welcome to Kanagawa. Music and food and company. Music and food and for a fee. Back to the farm. Tomorrow. When a country is in trouble, choices are few, and apart from charging double, what can you do? With my clients off defending and strangers descending, I find myself depending on the ancient haiku.
The bird from the sea, not knowing pine from bamboo, roosts on anything.
Exactly.
Carbines, revolvers, army pistols, and assorted cartridges and shot. 15 Hall's rifles, 3 Maynard's muskets,
and 24 cavalry swords and bayonets.
To smooth the way for the American landing at Kanagawa, Commodore Perry has insisted on delivering to the counselors several presents as a demonstration of his friendship and goodwill, and to show us what we stand to gain from trading with his countrymen.
1 barrel whiskey, 1 basket champagne, 1 cask cherry cordial, a bathtub, and a parlor stove.
Not to be outdone, the counselors have arranged their gifts for the Westerners. Each one carefully selected reflects some aspect of our craftsmanship and culture.
1 collection lithographs depicting steamships, elephants, and the city of New Orleans. 2 batteries, 2 bags Irish potatoes, 3 boxes books containing, among other volumes, Audubon's Birds of America, Audubon's Quadrupeds, Bancroft's History of the United States, Downing's Connecticut Country Houses, Owen's Geology of Minnesota, Rocher's Thesaurus, and a complete list of United States post offices.
That is all.
For now, the rest will be delivered this afternoon, along with 600 yards of telegraph cable, the fire engine, and the working locomotive.
Your generosity is overwhelming.
Yes.
Our offerings are small.
We hope they will give you pleasure.
Because we did not know if we could trust them, we chose a samurai whose task it was to master our defenses, and that samurai was me. I ordered canvas screens to be stretched across the cliffs at Kanagawa. Behind the screens, I was able to conceal 5,000 armored swordsmen carrying enormous bows, all of them on horseback. A most impressive force, and with a canvas masking them, our enemy might think that twice. 3 times that many warriors were assembled. At least that's what we thought. But when the Americans saw our screens, they called out from their ships, "Pull down those drapes!" What kind of army hides behind a parlor curtain and then they roared with laughter? Most discouraging. I mean, what are you going to do with people like that? The Americans insisted that their mission was
from the personal journal of Commodore Matthew Calbraith Perry. July 14th, 1853. As I supervise the final preparation for this afternoon's historic landing at Kanagawa, I am moved to hope the Japanese will voluntarily accept the reasonable and pacific overtures embodied in our friendly letter. Should I hope in vain, however, should these backward, semi-barbarous people be reluctant to forsake their policy of isolation, then I stand prepared to introduce them into the community of civilized nations by whatever means are necessary. It is my understanding that this preposterous empire had been closed to foreigners for over 250 years. And I, for one, feel that has been more than long enough.
It's an insult.
Where is the warrior?
Here, my lord.
He understands the signal.
Yes, my lord. If the Westerners should draw their weapons, I will knock twice, and he will come up through the floor and cut them down.
Pity the Americans if they draw their guns.
Inside!
Hurry!
No one knows what was said behind the shutters of the treaty house. The Shogun's counselors kept their story secret. And though the Westerners have their own official version, I would not believe a word of it. What a shame that there is no authentic Japanese account of what took place on that historic day.
Pardon me, I was there.
You were where?
At the treaty house.
At the treaty
There was a
house.
tree.
Which was where?
Very near.
Over here.
Over there, but there were trees then everywhere. May I show you? There
If
were
you
trees
please.
then everywhere.
But you were there.
And I was there. Let me show you.
If you please.
I was younger then. I was good at climbing trees. I was younger then. I saw everything. I was hidden all the time. It was easier to climb. I was younger then. I saw everything. Where they came and where they went. I was part of the event. I was someone in a tree. I was younger then.
Tell him what I see.
I am in a tree, I am 10. I am in a tree.
I was younger then.
In between the eaves I can see. Tell me what I see. I was only 10.
I see men and matting. Some are old, some chatting.
If it happened I was there. I saw everything. I was someone in a tree.
Tell him what I see.
Some of them have gold on their coats.
One of them has gold. He was younger then.
Someone crawls around passing notes.
Someone very old.
he was only 10.
And there's someone in the tree.
Oh, the day is incomplete without someone in the tree.
Nothing happens here.
I am hiding in the tree.
I'm a fragment of the day.
If I were to say, things would happen here the way that they happened here. I was then. It's the pebble, not the stream. It's the ripple, not the sea. Not the building, but the beam. Not the garden, but the stone. Not the treaty house. Someone in a tree.
Pardon me, I am here, if you please. I am also
They kept
here.
drinking cups of tea.
They kept sitting on the floor.
They drank many cups of tea. No, we told him that before.
If you please, I am here.
You are where?
In the treaty
In
house.
the treaty
or
house.
very near.
Can you hear?
I'm below.
So I know
underneath the floor, and so I can't see anything. I can hear them, but I can't see anything.
But you can hear.
But I can hear. Shall I listen?
If you please.
I can hear them now. I shall try to shift my knees. I can hear them now. I hear everything. I'm the part that's underneath. With my sword inside my sheath, I can hear them now. One is over me. If they knock, then I appear. I'm a part of what I hear. I'm the fragment underneath. I can hear them now.
Tell us what you hear.
First I hear a creak and a thump. Now I hear a clink. Then they talk a bit. Many times they shout when they speak. Other times they think or they argue it. I hear floorboards groaning, angry growls, much groaning. Since I hear them, they are there. As they argue it, I'm the listener underneath.
Someone reads a list from a box.
Someone talks of laws.
Then they fan a bit.
Someone bangs a fist.
Someone knocks.
Now there was a pause. Then they argue it.
What we want, no you can't, and we won't. What we need it, and we want. When you grant, if you don't, we concede it.
And they sat in the night.
Them. I'm a fragment of the day. If I weren't to say, things would happen in the way that they're happening. It's the fragment of the day. It's the pebble, not the stream. It's the ripple, not the sea, that is happening. Not the building, but the beam. Not the garden, but the stone. Only cups of tea and history. There's someone in a tree.
Whatever happened behind the shutters of the treaty house, Kayama Yazaemon's plan was a success. The letter was delivered. The Americans were satisfied, and they left. tore down the house. We rolled up the mats, taking great care that the contaminated sides should not touch the ground. Once again, all was as it had been. The barbarian threat had forever been removed. Ha!
His Holiness the Emperor speaks.
The Americans did not come. Had the Americans come, the honor of Japan and the sanctity of its ancestral soil would have been defiled. But the Americans did not come. Therefore, the Emperor formally acknowledges Lord Abe Masahiro as the 13th Tokugawa Shogun of the Empire of Japan. Aha! The Emperor formally acknowledges Kayama Yazaemon as governor of the city of Uraga. The emperor formally rescinds the sentence of death imposed upon the fisherman Manjiro and elevates him to the rank of samurai. Congratulates the saviors of Japan and respectfully suggests that his monthly allowance of incense is inadequate.
The Emperor respectfully suggests that his monthly allowance of ink is inadequate.
The Emperor respectfully suggests that his monthly allowance of yarn is inadequate.
As the Emperor knows, there are many, even more important claims on our resources. But the shogunate will certainly consider any reasonable requests.
A haiku. The hand which feeds it grudgingly is the first hand which the dog will bite, if it ever gets the chance.
The emperor smiles on his loyal subjects and permits them to depart, secure in the knowledge that the barbarian threat has forever been removed.
Goodbye, Americans! Come back in 250 years!
Please, hello, America back. Commodore Paris and hello. Also comes memorial plaque. President Fillmore wish bestow. Emperor read a letter, if no. Commodore Paris very sad. Emperor like a letter, if so. Commodore Paris very merry. President Fillmore still more glad. Last time we visit too short. This time we visit for slow. Last time we come with warships. Now with more ships. Say hello. This time request you support. Port for commercial intention. Harbor with ample dimension. But you can't. Only one little port for freighter. But you can't. Just for fun, be a sport. Maybe later. Don't bring many recent inventions. Kerosene and cement and a grain elevator. A machine you can rent called a train. Maybe later. Also cannon to shoot. Big loud salute like so. Say hello. To read and meet approval, if no. Commodore Para fierce. Disregard confusion below. President Fillmore now named Pierce. Good, at last agreement is made. Letter will let us come again. First result of mutual trade. Commodore getting letter, Atlantic consulate getting fancy pen. Goodbye. 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 Please, goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Hello, please. Goodbye.
Please. Hello, I come with letters from Her Majesty Victoria, who learning how you're trading now sang hallelujah, gloria, and sent me to convey to you her positive euphoria, as well as it will give some Britain's various emporia.
The man has come with letters from Her Majesty Victoria, as well as little gift from Britain's various emporia.
Tea for drink.
I see. I thank you.
I think her letters do contain a few proposals to your emperor, which if of course he won't endorse will put her in a temper, or more happily should he agree will serve to keep her placid, or at least till I follow thy permanent ambassador.
A treaty pouring from the court of permanent ambassador. A treaty pouring from the court of permanent ambassador. A treaty pouring from the court of permanent ambassador and more.
Her Majesty considers the arrangements to be tentative until we ship a proper diplomatic representative. We don't foresee that you will be the least bit argumentative, so please ignore the man of war we brought as a preventative.
He ain't more the man for the tanker rather near the shore. It's nothing but a metaphor that acts as a preventative.
All clear? Just so? Sign here.
Hello, I'm just present President P. Same old as Bob. With respect, Ambassador sent. President P. An extra clause.
Right, please, hello, don't forget the Dutch. Like to keep in touch, thank you very much. Tell them to go button up the lips. What do little nips want with that to shit? Hold everything, we're gonna bring chocolate. Wouldn't you like to lace a beautiful little piece of chocolate? Listen, that's not to mention wonderful pretension with tulips. And wouldn't you like a wooden shoe? Where can you read it? We will need the two parts. One of them not too rocky. How about Nagasaki? Two parts. One of them for the cocoa. What do you call it? Yokohama. Yo, Nagasaki. Yo, sign here.
Objection. Wait, with substitution creating indisputable.
Just getting too many.
We're not using the use of them stand immutable.
President, now what?
And though you just want to set the down be inscrutable.
Oh, comes the lucky Rex. Smell that awful stench. Probably the French.
Reviewing is where we see the facts indisputable.
Mine, of course, my mistake desire. Smell the caviar. Make the door ajar.
No, he's bringing Kazar's request for having snow with letter to protest. Since we know you're trading with the West, you might at least, don't touch the coat, start looking east or closer west. Well, for the north, are we the fourth? I feel depressed. Don't touch the coat. Next is extraterritoriality. Note in text. Say extraterritoriality. Will you perplex? By extraterritoriality, just noting clause. Don't touch the coat. We say your laws do not apply. Don't touch the coat. When we drop by, not getting shot, no matter what. A minor scrape, a major ape, and we escape. Don't touch the cape. That's what is extraterritoriality. Fair is fair. You wish perhaps to vote. Ha, ha, ha. What we care, you're liking what we wrote. Sitting there is the finest fleet afloat, observing the boat. Don't touch the coat. Just sign the note.
But British legislator stealing fortune and morality. The element of president and fellows on neutrality. Morality is giving it to political finality. Hello. I bring word from Napoleon's reserve, and heard whatever occurred here from the little bird. On the third we conferred, so we heard that we'd been slurred, and the verdict was he spurred me here to bring the word. Would you like to know the word from Napoleon's third? Détente, we détente, that's the only thing we want. Just détente, oh détente, no agreement could be more fair. Signing pacts, passing acts, there's no time to make the warfare when you're always busy making with the usual détente. A détente, that's the only thing we wish. Same as them, except that the shells are rights to fish. You'll be paid, and we'll have sleeping parade if we somehow can persuade you to accept our aid. It is not to be afraid, as
be they come. Let's see hope in this thing we want. Leaves in train, with champagne among your imports. Tell each man such a pan can't be bothered giving import. While she's in a dizzy with the future was done.
It is late, and I fear, well, you see, there's a famine. Could you wait for a year? We'll agree to examine it.
Had they come, that's the only thing we want.
If you wait for a year,
don't forget that
the moment as I make a deal, show us that it's
Adetron, that's what everybody wants. You should want Adetron. It's a nation like a brother. Well, they hear every year to protect you from each other. And to see you on a side for a treaty that they come. He said, no, we must go, but our intercourse should go. Through they talk as they talk. Please complete cooperation. By the way, Mary said, be a loyal nation. And you can't refuse you learn and then you get alone.
Shielded from the voices even of his own subjects, the emperor at Kyoto lives in ignorance of what occurs beyond his palace walls. Normally, he would not know about these new barbarian invaders. He would not know about Lord Abbess' inability to drive them out. Normally, he would not know. And yet, he has been told by whom and for what reason. No doubt, the presence of these two lords of the South will provide us with a clue.
The Emperor's permission!
Brought here to amuse His Holiness, the Southern Province's most celebrated storyteller.
The Emperor grants his permission.
How thoughtful of these lords to offer a diversion to their emperor in this time of crisis. But listen carefully, for the tale which they have chosen may well reveal another, more sinister motive for their visit.
The tale of the courageous king. Across the straits of Tsushima lies the isolated kingdom of Korea, a land of peace and harmony. One day, a royal hunting party set out from Seoul in search of tigers near the riverbank. While his hunters beat the bush, the young Korean king retired to a sunny glade and sipped green tea prepared by his companion, his Lord High Protector. Around his head buzzed sleepy bees, and past him darted brilliant butterflies. Languidly he raised a single finger, and one of the graceful creatures fluttered down upon it. Observe, his Lord Protector smiled. How even creatures of the field obey your royal summons. Then, suddenly, the butterfly was gone. For like the king, it heard the beaters drawing closer through the bush. Deep in the forest, the underbrush began to dip and wave, snapping twigs and tearing leaves. All heralded the beast's approach. The Lord Protector drew his sword to meet the tiger's rush. The bamboo trees were thrust aside, and there appeared no tiger, but a man, then 2 men, 3, then more than one could count, bearded men with pale white skin, waving swords and spears. We are emissaries from the King of France, come to open up Korea, come to civilize the savages. When he heard that, the Lord Protector cast aside his sword and fled. The king was left alone. What will become of him? Abandoned by his treacherous protector, surely the savages from across the sea will cut him down. Look how superbly he stands his ground. Look how his sword leaps from its scabbard. One Frenchman gored in the stomach. Another, see how the head flies from the body. And another. Now, hear the shouts. Hear the roars of defiance as the king's faithful beaters rush to his side. All join in the fray as the screams of the dying Frenchmen echo and re-echo down the forest ravine. Oh yes, here was a great victory, for in an hour not a single barbarian was left alive. As once again the butterflies returned to float and shimmer over the wild flowers, dyed crimson by the blood of foreigners. And then, just as the young king sheathed his sword, into the glade strode a magnificent tiger. Your Majesty, the tiger said, you are the king of your domain and I the king of mine. But from the forest I have watched you fight these western beasts. And surely you, and you alone, deserve to wear the royal crown. So saying, he kowtowed and led the hunters in a shout. All hail the king! All hail our courageous king!
An intriguing performance, but one wonders what message the lords of the South intended to convey. For unlike the Korean king, the emperor cannot take up arms and drive the Westerners away. That is the shogun's duty. Unless, of course, the shogun, failing in his duty, were forced to step aside. Two men whose fortunes have been altered by the Westerners' arrival. Manjiro, the commoner made samurai, and Kayama Yazaemon, the minor samurai made governor. A letter from Kayama Yazaemon to the shogun. My Lord Abe, It is my privilege to inform you of the current state of our relationship with foreigners here in Uraga. As you have doubtless learned from servants far more worthy than myself, there are now over 200 Westerners among us. 5 times as many as a year ago when they first came.
It's called a bowler hat. I have no wife. The swallow flying through the sky is not as swift as I am flying through my life. You pour the milk before the tea. The Dutch ambassador is no fool. I must remember that.
3 years ago, we set aside one district of the town for Westerners, and yet we're still unable to provide them with residences which they consider suitable. For this, I humbly ask your indulgence.
I wear a bowler hat. They send me wine. The house is far too grand. I bought a new umbrella stand. Today I visited the church beside the shrine. I'm learning English from a book. Most exciting. It's called a bowler hat.
Of all the Westerners with whom I have to deal, the merchants are most worrisome. They import goods we do not need and export those we cannot do without. Last month, they bought and shipped to Shanghai so much flour that the price here almost tripled. The noodle makers were affected most severely and threatened to set fire to the Western warehouses. I found it necessary to restrain them.
It's called a pocket watch. I have a wife. No eagle flies against the sky as eagerly as I have flown against my life. One smokes American cigars. The Dutch ambassador was most rude. I will remember that.
Although the Westerners have been in residence for upwards of 6 years now, our samurai still mistake their foreign manners for disrespect. To avoid unpleasant incidents, I have required all samurai to remove their swords before entering the city.
I like my pocket watch. We serve white wine. The house is far too small. I killed a spider on the wall. One of the servants thought it was a lucky sign. I read Spinoza every day. Formidable. Where is my bowler hat?
I will not bother you with details of the rowdy sailors and adventurers who plague our port. As you know, provisions of the treaties which you signed 8 years ago make it impossible for me to deal with them. Fortunately, the behavior of the foreign consuls and ambassadors themselves have been above reproach. They have built themselves a club, complete with bar and billiard room, and only gentlemen may enter.
It's called a monocle. I've left my wife. No bird exploring in the sky explores as well as I the corners of my life. One must keep moving with the times. The Dutch ambassador is a fool. He wears a bowler hat.
My lord, here in Uraga, we have reached an understanding with the Westerners. Of course, I wish them gone, but I shall try to turn their presence into an advantage rather than a burden. Last week, I joined them in a fox hunt.
Golden spectacles. I drink much wine. I take imported pills. I have a house up in the hills. I've hired British architects to redesign. One must accommodate the times as one lives them. One must remember that.
Your humble servant, Hayama Yazaemon.
It's called a cutaway.
Years ago, Mr. Jonathan Goebel visited Japan as a Marine aboard one of Perry's ships. Now he has returned to bring us an American invention which he claims will revolutionize all forms of city transport in Japan. Mr. Goebel. It's my own original design, you understand? I had one made up special when my wife took sick and couldn't get around. Last month, I had it tested in Chicago. A beauty, ain't she?
Interesting. How does it work?
Climb in, have a seat, my friend. I'll demonstrate. Chop, chop. As you can see, the ride is smooth and comfortable. Just put your feet up and enjoy the breeze. Stogie?
No, thank you.
She really moves, don't she? Turns in very little space. Great advantage in the crowded streets of Yokohama. The motor is self-contained, requires very little maintenance, and can be easily replaced.
A remarkable invention. How did you hit upon it?
Modeled it on our Western baby carriage, although in the United States they are pushed instead of pulled.
Extraordinary. I don't suppose you need a local merchant's help.
I might. Before I can begin to turn them out, there are three things that I'm going to need. Working capital. Working capital to purchase raw material.
That could be easily arranged.
A manufacturing permit issued by the government.
A simple matter of distributing the proper filings.
And a supply of laborers who work efficiently and do what they're told.
Don't be concerned. That is never a problem here.
Well, my friend, you got yourself a partner. We're going to get ourselves a factory, maybe two. We're going to turn these beauties out dirt cheap and sell them all across Japan. Why, before you know it, every city in our country will be overrun by rickshaws, invented, manufactured, marketed by Westerners, but pulled by Japanese.
Father, Manjiro is not yet finished with the exercises. Leave the table there.
The ancient art of Kenjutsu, still practiced by the faithful samurai who have not yet have their heads turned by the wonders of the West.
Oh, hello. Look at this.
Yeah, now. That's a lovely piece of work, eh?
I suppose she's one of those geisha girls. We'll soon find out. Give us a leg up. Go. Hello. Look at this.
Yeah, now. That's a lovely piece of work, eh?
I suppose she's one of those geisha girls. We'll soon find out. Give us a leg up. Come on. Go. Come on, man. Come on, mate.
Evo.
Don't be frightened. We don't mean you any harm. Harry's my name, and these two are my mates. Wow, pretty flowers. Do you suppose I could have one? That's lovely, thank you.
Yeah, and one for his mates.
There's a nice lady.
Much obliged.
Pretty lady in the pretty garden, can't you stay? Pretty lady, we got leave and we got paid to die. Pretty lady with the flower, give the lonely sailor up an hour. Pretty lady, can you understand a word I say? Don't go away.
Pretty lady, you're the cleanest thing I've seen all year.
I sail the world.
Pretty lady, you're enough to make me glad I'm here. Pretty lady, how about I'll sing a song to know how long I've been without you.
Some adventure, strange and fantastic, gorgeous, fancy like I never been away from pretty lady, bathe your garden.
It's early,
Won't you walk me through your pretty garden?
Pretty lady,
Pretty lady, won't come on my knees. Pretty please.
Well, what will we do now?
I think we're supposed to offer money. Is this enough? No? Come on, let's cough it out. How's this? Is this enough? It's all we've got. Please?
Pretty lady in the pretty garden, won't you stop? Pretty lady, we got leave and we got paid to die.
Pretty lady with a flower,
Give the lonely sailor off an hour. Pretty lady in the pretty garden, what's your song? I sail the world for you.
Don't go out.
What is this?
Pardon me, sir. R is my name. I'm afraid there's been a mistake.
The Tokaido, the royal road from Edo to Kyoto. Hayama Yazaemon reports to Lord Abe on the murder of the English sailor.
You are sure the indemnity was properly delivered?
My lord, I gave it to the English ambassador myself.
And he was satisfied?
With the money, yes, my lord. But he insisted that he receive the Emperor's apology to Queen Victoria in 3 days' time.
He shall. We will have the Emperor seal the letter of apology tonight, then send it back to Edo by our fastest runner. What about the samurai who cut the sailors down?
They have been reprimanded, my lord. But it seemed unwise to punish them. Certain lords, the lords of the South, are treating them as heroes, calling them the true defenders of Japan. There is a phrase, my lord, a slogan that they have adopted. Restore the Emperor and expel the barbarians.
Any fool can argue that the Westerners should be expelled. Expelling them is something else again. What do these lords propose? That we attack the British cannons with our swords. That we sink the Russian steamships with our pikes. There is only one way. We must appease the Westerners until we have learned the secrets of their power and success. Then when we have become their equals, then, perhaps then, if we are sure that the time is right. You there, close up these palanquins before we are soaked through to the skin. What is it? What is going on?
These were no ordinary bandits. They were assassins.
Look at the crests beneath their cloaks. And you'll see who sent them.
The lords of the South stole the Emperor.
Expel the barbarians.
Manjiro! You, one of them? You were the first to welcome the Americans.
What was I then? An ignorant country boy less than an animal. Otamura! Will you draw your sword as a fellow samurai? Or shall I cut you down like a western dog you have become?
I should have known. Conspirator. Murderer. Fisherman!
We are greatly pleased, Manjiro. The Emperor will not forget his debt to you.
With the Shogun dead, Japan will be Japan again.
We will kill the Western merchants.
We will burn their embassies.
In the name of the Emperor, we will drive them back into the sea. In the name of the Emperor.
Enough! The day when honor speak for me is past. From now on, my word shall be law, and mine alone.
I am the Emperor Meiji. Rise and listen. Rise. No more will we draw a sword, one Japanese against another. Those who have committed murder in my name have been misguided. In the future, they will be restrained, along with those who have encouraged them. Rise! From this day forth, all samurai will put aside their swords. And cease to wear their crested robes. They will take up useful trades.
Rise!
Yes. In the name of progress, we will turn our backs on ancient ways. We will cast aside our feudal forms, eliminate all obstacles which hinder our development. We will organize an army and a navy, equipped with the most modern weapons. And when the time is right, we will send forth expeditions to visit with our less enlightened neighbors. We will open up Formosa, Korea, Manchuria, and China. We will do for the rest of Asia what America has done for us.
Streams are flowing, see what's coming next.
We will build railroads, foundries, telegraphs, steamships.
Winds are blowing, see what's coming, see what's going next.
Factories will spring up all across our land.
Roads a turning and then a little learning. Next,
foreign architects will reconstruct our cities.
Waters turning, lightning flashes, into burning, sink the ashes. Next,
the day will come when the Western powers will acknowledge us as their undisputed equals.
Tower rises. Next,
and all of this will be achieved sooner than you think.
Tower rumbles, man rises, water rumbles, civilizes, horse rises. Next, learn the lesson from the master, and the sugar spread the master. Do it nicer, do it faster. Next,
the practical bird. Having no tree of its own, borrows another's.
Streams are roaring, over spilling. All exploring, new thrilling. Keep exploring. Where's the thunder? Touch the rubber, a little wonder. Let the wonder see our pretty going under. Water pretty. Streams are flying, use emotion. Next. Streams are flying, mix emotion. Streams are dying, try the ocean. Create an ocean. Next. Never mind a small disaster. Who's the stronger, who's the master? Let the pupil show the master. Next. Next.
There are 223 Japan Airline ticket offices in 153 cities throughout the world.
Next.
There are 8 Toyota dealerships in the city of Detroit, and Seiko Watch is the 3rd best-selling watch in Switzerland.
Next!
57% of the bicentennial souvenirs sold in Washington, D.C. in 1975 were made in Japan.
This year, Japan will export 16 million kilograms monosodium glutamate and 400,000 tons polyvinyl chloride resin.
From the Ministry of Health, by 1978, some of the beaches on the inland sea will be reopened for public bathing.
1975 Weather Bureau statistics report 162 days in which the air quality in Tokyo was acceptable.
Next! Never mind a small disaster. Who's the stronger, who's the master? Let the pupil show the master. Next! Next!
The floating kingdom. There was a time when foreigners were not welcome here. But that was long ago. 120 years. Welcome to Japan.